I know. One would think that damn near 3 minutes was enough time for me to be ready. I'm ready now. Okay, I'm here. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. I was trying to wait for my good friend Ty, and y'all see where he at. Not here. Not here. Let me say what's up to y'all. Hey everybody. Hey Volvo. Hey Nappy Child. Doris. Tanya. IMC Brown. Lastasia. Hey, oh, so y'all roll up in here when y'all know Ty coming. But when no, I'm just joking. I'm just joking. What's up, y'all? What is up? Hey, 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 hey. What's going on, Volvo? Hey, Boo. Hey, Cookie. Hey, little baby. Look at y'all. Y'all is rolling up in here. This Ty is coming. But when it's just my black behind, what's going on, Ty? Ty, we know where you be. You be in the wind, honey. You be in the wind on the bikes, honey. We know where you be at. Mm. I don't know where Ty at and why he's late or what he got going on. He coming. He coming. We got some things to talk about. Yes, we're gonna talk about the R. Kellys, the R to the Kellys. Maybe we should start off talking about R. Kelly, get that out the way and over it and stuff like that. I'm just saying. Um, the hell? What's going on with my anyway? Um, all right. Hey, Miss Trisha P. Um, hey, MVN. I see the whole fam. The gang is here. The gang is here. Y'all is rolling off in there. Shondo's across the buildings, in and about the chat. We are here. We are, yeah. Do I need to call Ty? Do I need to call Ty, y'all, and see where he is and why he's not on here with me? I need to call him. That's what I need to do. Because I don't know. Um, hey, Amber. Yeah, well, hold on, because I'm on my phone, so I got to use my phone to call him. Hold on, hold your. There go that hoe.
What the fuck? First of all, I'm gonna have to start demanding that when I enter the room, I have at least a little 10-second clip of music to accompany me.
It was like 3 fucking minutes of music. Like, what the fuck? You could say hi to the people. You ain't seen them in how long? Yeah, y'all see what I got to deal with. Y'all see the fuck shit now. Don't blame me. Do not blame me.
Let me have a second sip before I say something crazy.
You could at least say hi to the people.
Fuck your life.
That's my line, sir. That's my line.
Fuck
Fuck
your
you
life.
and fuck your life.
Hello, peoples. I can't.
So,
I can't see the chat.
let's get down to it, Ty. What's going on?
Who's up
What
in
is
the
going
building?
on?
Who's up in the
I
building?
see
We got
somebody just shared
Asia
my
here.
mistake. Get wrong.
Hold on. You told me to say what's up to the people. Can I?
Oh, fuck you, bitch.
God, what up, Tracy? Lestas up in the building. Miss T, Nappy Child, MBN, Al, Valvo. What's up, everybody? How y'all doing?
Was you done?
I was only doing what was asked of me.
So while we were getting prepared, Ty, and when I got off the phone with you, I got word that the R. Kelly verdict just came down
Oh, wait, hold on.
in the great state of New York. I sent
Hold.
you the link. I sent you the link.
I don't read your emails.
That's the problem. That right there would be the problem.
I don't read your
Y'all
emails.
see what I got to deal with? Y'all see what I got to deal with. So let me read this for you, okay?
Hold on. I had to get ready. Go ahead.
All right.
That's nothing but Pepsi.
R. Kelly, R&B singer R. Kelly has been convicted of racketeering
Oh!
and sex trafficking charges by a federal jury in Brooklyn, New York. Now, for those people who don't know what the racketeering means that you either get a business by illegal means or you use your business to do something illegally. So I can only assume that that means that because it's connected with the whole sex trafficking with the racketeering. So I'm assuming that that means that they're saying that he used his business as a, singer, music producer, all of that, record label, whatever. What was that? Oh, whatever, to get these girls and sex traffic or whatever. Let me keep reading. In this federal case in the Eastern District of New York, Kelly faced a total of 9 counts, 1 count of racketeering with 14 underlying acts that included sexual exploitation of a child, kidnapping, bribery, and sex trafficking charges, and also faced 8 additional counts of violation of the Mann Act, that's MANN Act, a sex trafficking law. The jury, made up of 7 men and 5 women, began deliberating on Friday afternoon. In all, Kelly could face decades in prison at sentencing. The verdict comes 13 years after Kelly, whose full name is Robert Sylvester Kelly, was acquitted of child pornography charges in an Illinois state trial. The great state of New York said, listen, we're not these clowns y'all got going on over there in Illinois. We are here for it. We will not mess this up. Isn't he still facing charges in another state? Like, I thought he was still facing charges in Chicago.
Right, I thought he
Because
was.
remember, he was in jail in Chicago and he got extradited or something to New York because New York said, boo, let me handle it. We got this.
Yeah,
Let us
usually when they have more time for you somewhere else, they go ahead and let them have it. So was he acquitted or I guess found now not guilty in Chicago? Of
I think no. I think they kind of paused that and said, "Well, I guess we'll let New York handle it."
and they will let whatever sentence was issued first run out, and then
I don't. I mean, pretty much he's gonna die in jail. Get over it.
Jesus, like that's
Yeah. He's due to be sentenced on May 4th, so that's like 7, 8 months from now. Like you can get bust down and have a child between now and May 4th. Dear God, can we get this out of the way, get this over with, and put this to bed? Let the man go to jail.
got,
Um,
got him.
got him.
I
An attorney for R. Kelly said the attorney um, that they are considering filing an appeal and are disappointed in the verdict. You think?
How much money do you think he still have left? Like, do he still have money
I thought he
that's?
was claiming he was broke.
I mean, I guess in order to claim royalties off of the stuff he has done, it would have to
Well,
be.
while listen,
Wouldn't
remember
that
the
stuff have
lady
to be in
gave him like
place?
$200,000 for bail. Remember he had like a $250,000 bail, and one of his stands paid it off or whatever. The lady who owned the restaurant in Chicago or whatever. So because he was claiming he had the money to get out of prison, I mean get out of jail, whatever. Child.
He
Well,
was
let's
smart enough.
read.
He was smart enough to know that ain't no reason to because he coming back. So why give them that money? Save it for defense. But oh, child, they got him.
Let me read you some of the highlights or lowlights from said case. Oh, child. 50 prosecution and defense witnesses took the stand during the 5 week trial. 50, 50, including victims who
45
were
for the
identified as
defense.
Jane Doe's in the Kelly
I
indictments.
mean, 45 for the prosecutor, I
There
believe.
were 45 prosecution witnesses. Jane Doe number one was the singer Aaliyah, who died in 2001. Wow, how they got statements from her and she dead? Whatever. Maybe when they referenced Jane Doe, that's who they meant. I don't know. That's what this says on CNN.com. Jurors heard from multiple witnesses who were present at her marriage to Kelly on August 31st, 1994, when he was 27 and she was 15. I know she was 15 because her and I are the same age except for 2 weeks. She's born January 16th. I was born January 1st. Anyway, that's not here or there. Prosecutors showed copies of the couple's marriage license, which listed Aaliyah's age as 18 at the time of their wedding, as well as their marriage license and marriage certification. Kelly's former tour manager, Demetrius Smith, testified reluctantly that he bribed a worker at a welfare office in the Chicago area to create a welfare ID for Aaliyah. Quote, I made her, the welfare office worker, an offer and she took the money. End quote. Smith testified. I gave her $500. Wow.
Damn,
That's all
that's
it took. Okay. While the ID did not list Aaliyah's date of birth, an Illinois official testified on September 15th that generally a person has to be at least 18 to obtain that particular type of ID. Nathan Edmond, a minister who married the two, spoke publicly for the first time about the marriage while testifying September 1st. Said he met the couple the day he married them. Child. Quote, I didn't think it was anybody special. I didn't understand it at all. End quote, Edmond testified. Now, wait a minute, Edmond. Wait a minute. Wait a minute, honey. In 1994, R. Kelly was as big as you could get, okay? You knew who the hell R. Kelly. That was when Bump and Grind came out. And R. Kelly was stratospheric in
in
the
your
great
hometown.
1990s. Hey,
Didn't
Rochelle.
this happen in Chicago?
Right.
Yeah, like your hometown native is
You
the
know
biggest thing
R.
on
Kelly.
the planet.
I don't buy it. He lied. He trying not to get his own charges put against him. Okay. You can't tell me you ain't know who R. Child.
But even if you, let's say, give him the benefit of the doubt, say he didn't see like the matchup and was like, this ain't right.
He was paid $500 probably too. Let me keep reading. Jurors also heard from a woman who identified herself as only as Stephanie, who said she met Kelly at an event in Chicago in 1999 when she was 17, and that he eventually invited her to his studio. Quote, I remember him asking me my age, end quote, Stephanie testified. When I said I was 17, he said it was fine. Stephanie testified that Kelly sexually abused her when she was 17 and recorded them having sex. He paid for her travel to Florida to meet him on her 18th birthday, and she stopped speaking with him shortly after the trip. She described fearing his angry outbursts, saying he would yell at her in public places. A former radio intern who identified herself as Sonia testified that Kelly invited her to travel to Chicago to interview him at a studio in 2003 when she was 21, and that once she arrived, an employee put her in a room that Sonia quickly realized was locked from the outside. She said she was kept in the room for several days, occasionally let out to go to the bathroom and shower. Quote, the door was locked. I wanted to get out, Sonia testified. Sonia testified. Oh, where did it go? Sonia testified she lost consciousness after eating her first meal in days and saw Kelly adjusting his pants when she woke up. She testified that she believed he sexually assaulted her when she was unconscious. I was sexually assaulted, Sonia testified. There was something in me that wasn't wanted. I'm
You heard what she said.
I'm
She said what she said.
just gonna leave that there. And I'm not laughing at these women's
No,
situations.
exactly. You
The
heard what she
way
said.
that that's phrased, I
She
don't.
know her body.
I mean,
She knows something was different. If I go to sleep and somebody even put a finger behind me, I would
child,
wake up like,
see, fly in and out of what you got going on over there. That bottomless abyss you got going on over there, baby. That is Jericho because the walls came tumbling down long time ago.
come on with it. You got another, you got more, I'm sure. Go.
Mm-mm. Ain't enough to fill that up, honey. Anyway, I'm sorry, y'all. Let me not. Like, this is my friend. Okay.
uh, I knew once I said that, I knew you was gonna come and you just unleashed like four
Uh,
real quick. Go ahead. Let it
anyway,
rip, huh? Let it rip. Oh.
um,
Y'all see what I gotta deal with, right? Y'all know. I hope y'all already know. This is what I gotta deal with.
apparently,
Little baby.
remember on the surviving R. Kelly documentary. Hey Joshua, they talked about that there were other tapes out there that nobody had ever seen or that had not made the light of day that were even worse. Apparently, the jurors got to see it. Hey, China White, because it says right here throughout the trial, jurors were the only members of the public allowed inside the courtroom, as unusual move for a trial of this magnitude. The public and media had been unable to watch in person, and instead, those who wanted to watch the proceedings were funneled into overflow courtrooms on a different floor. Jurors were shown key audio and video evidence that no one else was able to see. Journalists and the public could not raise their objections with the judge as prosecutors began showing the evidence to the jurors who were wearing headphones. The recordings, which U.S. District Judge Ann Donnelly described in court as, quote, somewhat upsetting, end quote, were shown to jurors on September 15th. The public could not see jurors' reaction to them and did not know what they contained, aside from two recordings discussed in a September 14th filing from prosecutors. Child,
Got him.
a mess.
Like
A
yeah,
mess.
yeah. They
But I mean, but
uh,
he's still facing trial over there down to Illinois, to the Chicago's. But we see how Chicago mess stuff up all the time. You see, we still waiting to hear about Jussie and his two bust downs from Nigeria and that whole thing.
is that case still pending or was
I think it's still pending.
you lying? I thought they
It
threw that
is.
shit out.
Mm-mm.
Uh-uh.
And then remember how their whole police commissioner botched that whole thing, revealing stuff from the an open and active case in a press hearing. Remember they had the whole press conference and he was revealing all kinds of information from an open case. It was a mess, a damn mess. I don't know why you feel bad for R. Kelly. I don't know why you feel bad, but R. Kelly has lived a phenomenal life for 5+ decades. Okay, he done got listen. He done got it in as much as he wanted to. Now someone will be getting it in him.
Oh, your mouth telling me no, but you about to get this dick. Oh, let me just. Oh,
Oh,
oh, uh.
I don't feel bad for that
I
young
don't
man.
feel bad for him, and I just try not to.
Joshua, listen, let me help you understand something. At the moment that children are involved, there's
Yeah,
no
yeah.
reason for me to feel bad for you, okay? None at all.
Uh,
There's no room in this area for anybody that sympathizes with that young man. We have no room for you. We have no understanding of you. We want no parts of you if you're sympathizing with the pedophile. None. Because that could be my sister, that could be my child, that could be my sibling, that could be any of the such. And trust me, we don't play about our kids, okay? Well, I don't understand it. None. Why are we nice to you, Ty? Why?
what you say?
Why are we nice to you?
What I do?
That's all.
Your mouth telling me no, but you about to get this dick, Kelly.
I'm not doing this with you.
But
I don't, but
he
yeah, I don't know. I don't
look.
listen. It's unconscionable for anybody to feel sorry for him.
He better acquire a
He
life.
was even even after he had the whole case before in Illinois years ago and got acquitted, he got more brazen about it. I guess he thought, oh, they ain't get me there. They ain't gonna never get me. I'm always gonna, nah, you know who I am? I am R. Kelly. Good, I don't feel bad for him. Moving on. Girl, there's no amount of sympathy that I have for that young man.
But I think you have smart masterminds and you have stupid masterminds.
I
And
mean,
he was a stupid fucking mastermind. Like he just didn't get it.
it's
But
a
it's not
mess.
like he took advantage
Go
of
somewhere
the
and
situation.
die.
He
He's
took
gonna
advantage of
die
the
in
situation
prison.
that was around him. It's not like I mean, I don't know.
He
It's
will die in prison, okay? He's gonna die in prison. He
oh,
made it bed, and now he can lie in it.
bless his heart, Lord.
No, the extremely damaged souls are the people who suffered at his abuse as children and who were locked in cages. We're not, nope. Joshua, nope, 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 nope. One of my moms, please take that out of the chat. Nope, I'm not gonna give him no,
What is
like,
that?
no, we're giving no credence to that. No,
What
we're
Josh
giving no
say?
sympathy. Can one of my moms take care of that? I don't even like that comment. Nope, we ain't giving him no side, no nothing. We're giving him nothing in these parts. None at all. No. You get no sympathy.
No, but look, you got to hear out both sides. I mean, you
Listen,
got to let Jonathan hang on the cross that he set up. Don't kick him out. You hearing both sides. You gave your opinion, and you proved why
John,
you. I mean, Joshua. What's his name?
Joshua. How
Uh,
you gonna be trying to windmill for somebody and you don't even know that,
look, that child. We just gonna call him that child because he has some growing to do. It seems so. Let his shit. He got the hang on the cross he set up. But no. It's such a iffy situation. Like nobody wants to be canceled for saying something or giving your opinion on something because motherfuckers could take that cancel culture and run with it before you even really get a chance to explain yourself. But I also, in some ways, say that he's a damaged fucking soul. Like he's damaged. He's not. He's just stupid.
That may well be true. But when you acknowledge that you're a damaged soul and you have the money and means by which to get help and you do nothing to get that help and then
And it
continue to
falls on
go
you.
on
Yeah,
a
it
whole
all falls on him.
thing damaging other people,
No,
no.
no, no. Shit, it definitely falls on him alone. He was the mastermind, like I said, of that situation.
Like you knew. And when you went to trial the first time, you knew what you were doing was wrong then. And you continue even after you got acquitted. You would think that would scared him into like, let me do right. Let me do the right thing. No, that didn't scare him. It emboldened him. It made him more brazen. Fuck you, R. Kelly. Get rocked. Die in prison.
Oh, oof.
No, and I say that because I'm keeping the same energy that I would have if it were one of my relatives.
Yeah.
Because you got how many sisters, Ty? You got a whole bunch of sisters. A whole, exactly. And you know how you and your cute little brother, the cute one, your little brother, would be windmilling if it was one of your sisters involved.
Well, be clear for Claire. Claire, my cute little brother is 28. You gotta be
Right, your cute little brother is legal. He can come right on over here. Yeah, good old time.
Go ahead. Yeah, you can have him on. You can have him.
I got to see what he working with over there.
Oh
Talk
God.
about backstage.
Yeah.
Ah,
You ain't gonna see that.
ah,
You ain't gonna see it.
anyway, since we talking about courtroom, let me read y'all what I found out in another courtroom. So let me read the headline, and then y'all can talk about the headline, and then I'll read this article. It says two men dressed up as lawyers shocked defendant in courtroom to take decision out of the jury's hands. See, this is what I'm talking about.
You said they
When
shot.
listen, two men that was members of the family of the victims said, "Oh, we about this life." They came dressed like they was lawyers, came in the courtroom and shot them up. How they got these guns inside of the courthouse? Because every courthouse I know of, you guys better detectives is beyond my level of comprehension. They better get it in there.
Probably
You
a
can read the report.
concealed carry state, and some judges and lawyers do go to court with their shit. Sit your briefcase
Um,
on the counter, be like, Your Honor,
Let me read a snippet of the article. It says a
adjourn.
defendant standing trial for murder has been killed by two men believed to be members of a rival gang, not the family, excuse me, a gang. Oh, this ain't in America. That's why. That's why.
Oh,
Who shot him in a New Delhi courtroom. Two gunmen dressed as lawyers opened fire on Friday afternoon while a jailed gang member was being presented in court, according to Delhi police.
in India?
Both gangsters killed in immediate counterfire by police as they opened fire in lawyers' attires at a gangster uh, at a prisoner, excuse me, in Rohini court premises this afternoon. All three are dead. No other injury or death occurred, Delhi police wrote in a tweet. Everybody go. We go, he go, and the two people who shot him go.
That
Go
was
we
a smart
together.
mastermind. That was a smart mastermind. Like, you go up in that bitch as lawyers. Y'all two, Jake and Billy. Y'all go up in there as lawyers.
Now,
Object to the first thing his lawyer said. It said, Your Honor, I'd like to present some evidence into
now here's what I think. I think the police, because this all involves gang members. So the police probably wanted all of them gone. So they probably looked at them, y'all want to do what? Okay. And let them in there knowing that we're gonna get all y'all in one fatal blow. Because you see the police immediately tweet it out. Nobody else was injured or killed. Just those three of all.
But this is in India, right?
New Delhi, I think that's in India.
Wasn't there years and centuries ago a famous group of bandits in India? I believe they called the Thuggy. You ever heard of the Thuggy?
Teach me how to thuggy. Teach me how to thuggy. I don't know.
I think
I
there's like
have
some
heard of.
ruthless. That's where the word thug derives from, and I believe
You
that,
might be right. Listen,
and I believe they were from
I,
India.
I can
So
verse.
I'm just saying that to say India has probably been steeped in corruption and criminal enterprises for who knows how long. So yeah, even the judge probably knew that was about to go down. Like who knows that shit was.
Okay,
Uh,
I'm gonna sandwich in y'all my sugar spike stories. I'm gonna sandwich these in so we can get them out of the way, and then we gonna end with something a little better. Okay. My first sugar spike story. Donald John Trump suggests Stacey Abrams would be a better governor for Georgians than Governor Brian Kemp. Former President Donald Trump lashed out at Georgia Governor Brian Kemp Saturday, suggesting at a rally that Democrat Stacey Abrams, quote, might be better, end quote, to head the Peach State. He said, Stacey, would you like to take his place? It's okay with me, Donald Trump said to supporters of Donald Trump said to supporters at the Georgia State Fairgrounds in Georgia. He goes on to say, of course, having her, I think, might be better than having our existing governor. If you want to know the truth, might very well be better. This guy is a disaster. And he goes on and on and on. I'm not going to go on because what's up, Jason? I might lose my fucking mind. Stay your Cheeto ass the fuck over there, okay?
hold on. What we're gonna do is respect the president, the institution. You
When
gonna
what?
you
Go ahead and mute him now. Because what we're not gonna do is what we're not gonna do is listen to you, sir. Your little brother fuckery. God.
you gonna respect my president.
Listen, Mr. Trump. Stay your ass the fuck over there with your white supremacists.
Yeah,
Leave us
white
the fuck
people.
alone over here. We don't need keep our names out your mouth. Stacey Abrams is not concerning herself with you, sir, and you, sir, need not concern yourself with her. Now he's saying that because right now it's a good possibility that Kemp might not win, and they don't have any viable candidates down there to Georgia that really can probably beat Stacey Abrams. And so what he's trying to do is reverse psychology and shore up the base. We see you, sir. Keep our names the fuck out your mouth, sir. Like really, like really. Don't look at me, child. Do not look at me like that, okay? You have anything to add? You want to windmill for your president?
No, I don't play with that man. I don't know hell.
Because what I'm not here for is this young man mentioning Stacey. Oh, she might be better for. We ain't ask you. We ain't ask you for your opinions. Okay, we told you how we feel about your opinions last November. What we want you to do is shut the fuck up and go the fuck away.
It's emotionally draining for me to even think about him because to think that he might be back in 2024 it just really upsets my spirit.
Well, no, here's the scary part, Ty. It may not be him. It's probably going to be somebody worse, like Ron death sentence down there in my great state of Florida, or Governor Hot Wheels, Greg Abbott down there in Texas. Just a goddamn mess. Keep our name the fuck out your mouth. There's a whole lot of things you can have in your mouth. You could have a penis in your mouth. You could apparently have some woman's cooch in your mouth. You could have a whole lot of things in your goddamn mouth. Clearly, no parts of Melania, because we ain't seen her with you since you left the White House. So none of her is in your mouth. It's a whole lot of things we want in your mouth. Our name is not in your mouth. Keep Stacey Abrams out your mouth, sir, please. Please. I'm just saying. Because, sir, what do y'all want me to do with this, with Cheeto Man? What do y'all want me to do with that? Like,
I don't even
of
know
course,
what
Miss Abrams is way too classy. She has not responded. She is way too classy. The Dems got enough problems, like the fact that your president is still deporting Haitians back to Haiti and not even giving them the chance to come over here and seek asylum. Or it's really even not a political thing anymore. It's a whole.
Hold on.
I'm not paying Joshua no mind. I'm not paying Joshua no mind. I'm not paying Joshua.
Who is Josh? Is Josh trolling?
I'm not paying Joshua no mind. But it is, listen, this country is going to hell in a handbasket, okay? Hell in a goddamn handbasket.
Oh my gosh.
The poor Haitian people in a humanitarian effort are just being deported by the drove. They say on yesterday, they had several planes filled with Haitians sent back to Haiti. They took all of the Haitians that was under the bridge and took them somewhere undisclosed so the media can't cover it no more. Because that's what the Democratic administration is doing. Mind you, I ain't heard nothing that they done did to discipline the people involved with whipping these people. I ain't heard no change in any other policies. I ain't heard no change in any goddamn thing from what Trump did to the border. And Kamala Harris, you sitting over there idly by allowing this to happen. Joe Biden, you allowing this to happen. And we are out here screaming from the rooftop, and they have not changed. They're still deporting the Haitians. They don't give a shit. They still over. And wait a minute. Governor Hot Wheels chimed in. Oh, I forgot to tell y'all as I go on. Governor Hot Wheels said, "Oh, if Biden fires y'all to the people who was whipping them, don't worry. I have a job for you right here in Texas, and you could come work for me and the Texas government, and we will have you have a job controlling our borders. Because I don't care about Joe Biden. And if y'all want a job, it's waiting right here for you. If you manage to lose your job." He came out and said that.
So he about to have all the motherfuckers who stormed the Capitol down there as new employees. Deputized, armed,
with whips and all,
and ready to go. But my question is, what do we do? What should Joe have done? Do you let him in? How many do you let in? Do you send them back?
First of all, and we talked about this on my live when I did the politics of law. They do have a quota of people that they can allow in the country each year that seek asylum or refugees, and that number right now is 62,500, which he wants to up to double that, which would be 125,000. They're nowhere near that number. You know where they're at? Less than 8,000.
At those of people that are at the border, or
That no of people that
they
have
have let in
really gotten,
that
in
asylum.
this country from asylum and so forth. Even if they let in every single Haitian that's there, it still won't even be half of the quoted number. Mind you, they are bringing over tens of thousands of Afghans from Afghanistan because they botched that whole situation and bringing them over, and nobody said nothing. Not that they shouldn't, but they're being allowed to come over here, seek asylum, and become, get
Is it
temporary
tens of thousands? Is it that? Look, 'cause
tens
when I look, I'm
of
asking
thousands.
genuinely because I do not watch the news, which is
It
real
is
sad. Like I went on a real like during quarantine, it was 24-hour news cycles for me. Like and at a certain point, I just like I almost get sick when I when I kind of watched anything that looked like a newsroom setting. So I really have not been watching the news. Like
they are allowing tens of thousands of Afghans to come over here, but the Haitians who are black, they don't want no parts of them. They still got fought with Haiti because Haiti beat out Napoleon Bonaparte and drove the French out of their country and were the first black people in the Western Hemisphere to get their own independence. And they still have fought with Haiti from there. And those black people. Matter of fact, white people in their infinite wisdom, now, if you really want to know history, forced Haiti into paying France because France could no longer get the money from the slavery and the slave trade that they had going on in Haiti, and they forced the country of Haiti to pay France for decades. A mess, a goddamn mess. And now we have Joe Biden and the Dems who we fucking put in place with a fucking um vice president who both parents are immigrants. Kamala Harris, her mama and her daddy is immigrant. The daddy is a Jamaican immigrant, and the mama is an Asian immigrant from India, or one of those. I don't know if it's India or another area in that surrounding area, but from Asia. And you black, and you just okay with them just deporting all of these people and not even giving them an opportunity. I'm sorry, I had a sugar spike, y'all. I'm sorry, this is not the politics of it all, but I had a moment. Sorry, let me gather myself. Sorry. I'm just saying that shit upsets me because you would think after this shit got all of this news last week that the Biden administration would start to do right. No, they ain't did a goddamn thing. Matter of fact, they done doubled down and done deported more Haitians more rapidly. They are sending the Haitians back to Haiti, to a country that got devastated by the earthquake a couple months ago, where their infrastructure has been devastated, and you got political unrest because they just assassinated their president, which they think is an inside job. Mind you, last part, they being real silent about the fact that it's already clamorings that there were U.S. operatives that were involved in the assassination of that president. That is what they don't want y'all to hear about. But there's a lot of clamorings coming out of Haiti and the investigations of that assassination of that president, Jovenel Moise, saying that there were U.S. operatives that were involved with that.
mm,
A mess. A mess. Anyway, that was my sugar spike of the day. Sorry. Sorry. I had to go there because I don't want to get off this thing about what is happening with the Haitians over there. I think it's deplorable. I think
yeah,
it's
that's
horrible.
horrible. Yeah,
And now the Dems are going to be clamoring for us black people to vote for them again in 2022 to put people in positions of power. And we see that y'all don't mean us no good. Y'all not doing anything for us. I mean, we getting it from both sides. We getting it from the right and the left. Now people like Ty like it from both sides. But hell, I mean, let me give y'all a moment because I know our sugar levels are spiking. So let's take a moment to regulate our sugar. Take a moment. Regulate your sugar intake. Ty, go ahead and puff, puff, puff,
I
puff.
am. I am.
Take this moment. Take this moment to regulate. I'm
Oh,
covering up the whole screen because I know Ty is over there. Ty, let me know when you're ready. Don't take too long, bitch.
I'm ready.
You ready? I ain't heard no flick of no lighter or nothing.
I'm ready, hon.
Okay. Okay.
I am what?
Girl.
Professional. Professional. I'm what?
Anyway, so let's talk about this situation down to the view. Now, we talked about this on my show on Silly Saturday, and I told y'all then,
Wow, you had a silly Saturday. Why you ain't call me? I bet it wasn't silly.
I'm not doing this with you, Ty. Anyway, I don't care about you. I told y'all this situation didn't pass the sniff test, okay? That there were problems here, okay? So, um let me read this article. And I'm gonna let you have at this time because I need you to help me put this
I want no
together,
part.
okay?
I want no parts of it.
During the middle of Friday's live taping of the show, Anna Navarro and Sonny Hostin were both brushed offset by producers just ahead of a much hyped in studio chat with the vice president. Co-host Joy Behar eventually informed the audience that her colleagues had tested positive for COVID despite both being vaccinated. Amid the on-air scramble, the show's producer Brian Tita informed the two remaining hosts, Behar and Sonny Haynes, that they would interview Harris, quote, remotely, end quote, out of an abundance of caution. And with just 10 minutes left in the show, they were able to finally patch in Kamala Harris for a notably brief interview. After Friday's show, meanwhile, both Navarro and Hostin were retested multiple times and came up negative, suggesting the initial tests to have been false positives. On Sunday, it was reported that both hosts were cleared to return to the set on Monday and there would be no need for quarantine. After the hosts came out to a raucous cheer from the crowd, Brian Tita offered up his personal apologies to Hostin and Navarro for the situation they were placed in. Quote, we found out moments before we came back on air, and in that moment, all I could think of was that we had to keep the host safe and we had to keep the vice president safe. He said, quote, she could not walk out no matter what, end quote. Tita added, quote, that led to some really awkward television that I'd like to have back if I could. But I really want to acknowledge and apologize to Sonny and Anna because in the midst of all this chaos, they were put in the situation where they had this information put out on television, and then to make it even worse, it turned out to not be truer, not be true later on. It was unfortunate that these mistakes were made. Tearing up, hey really B, tearing
Really?
Austin then explaining how the chaotic situation which occurred on live television, suddenly impacted her family, noting that she was immediately concerned that she had infected her kids and husband. Quote, there were real life ramifications when things like that happened. My husband is a surgeon. He was in the operating room and had to be pulled out of the operating room because, God forbid, he's operating on someone and he's COVID positive. My child's school had to be notified and she had to be pulled out of school. My parents had to be rushed to be tested, and my son was notified by his school as well. Calling the experience, calling the experience triggering, Hostin choked up as she recalled how she recently delivered the eulogy for her in-laws who both died from the coronavirus. At the same time, while pointing out that she had received, quote, an incredible outpouring of love and support from so many people on social media, Hostin also said that she had received threatening personal messages following Friday's broadcast. While I got a lot of love and support, and there's so much good in this world, some of the hatred that I got online, and some of the folks that somehow got my phone number and said some things to me, when you meet your maker, you'll have to figure that out. Wow, she's declared. So people were texting her, when you meet your maker, you
Oh, excuse me.
figured everything out. I was like, wow. Navarro, for her part, took the opportunity to fire back at Donald. So Anna Navarro went off on Donald Trump Jr., who called her fat. Just a mess. Oh, and he tweeted out, given the Anna Navarro news, I think it's time for a national conversation about the dangers of COVID-19 and obesity. That's what he tweeted out. Navarro. I don't mean to laugh.
The apple don't
But Anna
fall.
Navarro,
Apple don't
you
fall far
have,
from the shade tree.
I mean, Anna Navarro is over there on that branch of line of thinking now. I'm just saying. She ain't totally way over there with them, but them people. I believe
But
y'all fight that. Yeah.
is she a permanent host on the show?
I don't know. I don't know. I'm not. I leave. I'm sure somebody in the chat will tell us.
And is Whoopi still there?
Anyway, huh?
Is Whoopi still there?
Yes, yes. We'll be still there. Listen. First of all, I told y'all on Saturday that there's no way you could do this in the middle of a fucking. Now, I didn't even know this was a live broadcast. I thought it was like being pre-recorded and then it was going to, be aired later. Allegedly, well, according to this, it was a live broadcast. So that means in the middle of live television, really be say she not permanent. In the middle of live television, y'all make this announcement that
Yay!
these ladies got COVID. I told y'all that was the wrong answer. The wrong answer. She do look like Catherine Cryer. She do. She do look like Catherine Cryer from Having Have Nots. I'm not doing this with you, Bobo. Ciao. But listen, look at the ramification that this had on somebody. Like, mind you, she told you she just had to deliver the eulogy at her in-laws' funeral because they died of COVID, and she had to deliver the eulogy. Her husband had to be pulled out of surgery in the middle of surgery in the operating room because now they think he got the COVID and could be giving it to the people he operating on. A mess. A mess. A mess.
And you said
Child,
all of this really occurred because of what? Because of
if it's
Sonny.
on live, listen, The View is a very popular show.
You
People
said
watch
Sonny
The View.
husband is Haitian, right?
He is Haitian. I told y'all what this is about. She do look like Catherine Cryer. IMC Brown. You know she look like Catherine Cryer. No, she do. Oh, shouts out to Renee Lawless who plays Catherine Cryer, but Anna Navarro do look like her. She do.
I don't watch that show.
A mess. Child. I told you, little baby, when the most vocal people about the Haitian crisis were ceremoniously told, girl, y'all got to get out the room. And that halted the show long enough to where now we can only fit the vice president's interview into the last 10 minutes, which really means maybe 5 minutes because you got to have, a couple minutes to end the show and all. Mm. If Brian Tita or whatever, Teta, whatever his name is, still have a job in the next week or so, the jig is up. If he still have a job in the next week or so with the View, the jig is up
I
because
got one question, but
epic fail of that proportion should cost him his job. I'm sorry.
I got a question. First of all, I was going to say, where the fuck is Barbara? I haven't seen Barbara in like 10 years. Not walking the red carpet.
I
Not
ain't seen him
going.
either. Now the people around here looking for Kelly Price. Why y'all ain't looking for
That was
Barbara
my
Walters?
next
Because I
question.
don't know what Barbara Walters is. Has she checked in with her family? Has she checked in with the kids? Because I need to know what Barbara is.
Wait, but I thought
Not
I saw something.
randomly checking on celebrities.
I thought I saw
Not
something
randomly checking on celebrities.
I thought I saw something where they said Kelly emerged from.
She did.
She did? Oh. And where was she?
Exactly what a lawyer said she was. Home, not being bothered with you Negroes. She was exactly, the lawyer told y'all. She said the woman is at home. She don't want to be bothered. Leave her alone. Y'all can play, but we need to see her. We need to see her. The woman came out and told y'all, I told y'all through my lawyer, I don't want to be bothered. Leave me alone. But since y'all
Wasn't there podcast?
now, no, wait, time. And she said, well, since y'all called for me, let me tell y'all what it is. This help around here looking for me ain't tried to see it for me in over a year. But now all of a sudden she looking for me. Girl, go on back and sit down somewhere. Oh, y'all worry about my daughter? Because my daughter, who y'all seem to believe, ain't trying to speak to me either. She more inclined to listen to her aunt over there ranting and raving and all of that stuff. I told y'all, leave me alone. I'm over here not being bothered. And I told y'all that through my lawyer, but y'all wanted to hear it. So like, here you go.
How old is her daughter? Who she had a baby by?
Like 27. Her daughter's like almost 30.
Did she have like a celebrity pregnancy? Like the baby daddy was famous?
I don't know. I mean, Kelly Price, I don't never even remember her being pregnant. But I mean, she could have been pregnant and I know because remember Kelly Price used to be real big. So I don't know. She could have been pregnant and I know.
I thought I remember, like, I vaguely remember.
Like if her daughter is 27,
Yeah,
that
was during her
her
career.
daughter in 1994. That's even before she was out in favor. Because the first time I remember seeing Kelly Price was on More Money, More Problems, with Biggie and Diddy and them. When she sang the I don't know, they want me like the more money become, more problems we see. Remember the video? She was in the background.
But she was out before that, right?
I think she was. She might have been out a little bit before that.
Get down, get down.
But I'm saying if the daughter is 27, that makes that's 1994, right? Yeah, that would be 1994 that the daughter was born. I don't remember. I think back then she was still singing backup for Mariah Carey at that point. I think she was still a backup singer.
X Siri.
Carey.
X Siri.
So she wouldn't have been that big or whatever in terms of fame and notoriety.
I don't know, but well, yeah, because that was my question. I know I had heard.
The kids are from the ex-husband. Child. Anyway, the man, he needs not have a job. And let me tell you why he don't need to have a job. Because all that COVID testing and all that other shit should have been figured out before you went live. That shit should have been figured out before you went live. First of all, mind you, you know everybody on set that already been vaccinated up the wazoo. You know what I'm saying? But that's not here or there. If you were concerned about the safety of the vice president and stuff like that, you should have clearance for everything before you went on a live television. I might have even went with you if this were a pre-tape broadcast, but this is live television, which means no margin for errors. You're supposed to have these COVID tests worked out before you click the live button.
I
This
want
is
to know who. I
a
want to know who took
multi-billion
the
dollar.
test. I want to
This
know
is
who
a
took the
multi.
test. Who took the test? Who administered the test?
I don't know.
And where does it say that it was positive? Show me that.
My question is, this is a multi-million-dollar affair that they got going on down there to the View. Okay, please be clear. You telling me that you as a producer don't have the smarts to think I need to have all my I's dotted, my T's crossed, and everything before the Vice President of the United States get on here is not the right answer. If you
They
want to
should.
continue
They
to
should
have
have. They
a job
probably.
as
They should
a
have been
producer,
testing those hoes 3 days prior,
right? You
every
as
day.
a producer, listen.
Like no
If your
room
show
for
is big
error.
enough to have the Vice President, you are supposed to be big enough to know how to figure this stuff out before we get here.
And like you said, the two most vocal against the Haitian crisis are those who mysteriously came up with this
And
false.
then here's the thing. Here's the other part of it that doesn't make sense. If they were already live and have been taping the show this whole time, even if it came out that they were positive, you didn't, and y'all were going to do a remote interview. You didn't have to have Sonny and what you call it leave the stage at that point. If the vice president wasn't going to come out anyway, if she wasn't going to come out anyway, what was the purpose of having them off the off the set? They
So
have
she
been on
never,
the set
she
for how
never,
long?
she never came into onto the stage in front of the audience.
No, they after that whole situation, they had her do it remotely in another room where they did remote whatever. So she never came out. So what was the point of embarrassing these women and having this go out there about them being COVID positive?
And if you was really concerned, you would have shut down fucking production because they damn near done contaminated every step of the way on the way to the table. Like
Hello,
you were supposed
they
to get rid
listen.
of
You
the other hosts because they done shared the same
exactly,
air.
guys.
The
Thank you.
cleaned the table, quarantined the audience. Like it was supposed to be a full on fucking evacuate the building type shit. If you thought that was the case.
But magically, I mean, and like I said, if they were that infectious, they don't already infected the other co-hosts because they've been sitting at the table the whole time. And if you're gonna have the vice president off screen anyway, I mean off set anyway,
And I'm
y'all need
sure
to
if I'm
do that.
sure if you I'm sure the morning of I mean I've never been in a Hollywood dressing room or backstage before an interview type of shit on but I'm sure if you're about to interview the president or the vice president that day, you've had some sort of meetings or meeting with your producers,
That's the
managers.
point Dr. making.
Everybody should have been out the building.
That's why I said he needs to lose his job. You you don't need, you are clearly incompetent at that point.
That's funny.
The level of incompetent. No, you need to lose your job. What is happening? And Bobo said that they get tested early in the morning every day. If the vice president is coming that day, you probably want to test earlier. Usually if the president or vice president goes anywhere, Secret Service and everything, they shut everything down hours and hours and hours before.
Yeah,
And
because
so
when
the point is, that was the day they should have told the host, baby, y'all got to come in here 2 or 3 hours earlier than normal because everybody got to come in here, test. We got to get everybody cleared off before even at least an hour or two before the vice president even get in the vicinity.
because they usually in the building like 5, 6 in the morning. So
That was supposed to be one of the mornings where you said, girl, you going to be here at 3. Get over it. Because we got to
yeah,
get a vice
yeah,
president. And we got to
yes,
get
we got Secret
tested. And
Service. We
we
have
got
to
to get
screen
clean.
everybody. We got to get look, it's a big
Listen,
production. It's a production.
everybody to get this good test. You're gonna be quarantined until we get the results. Once we have the results, boo boo, you can come out and we can frolic with the people. You need to lose your job. There's no way he should
Lose
still
your
have a
job.
job at the end
What's
of
his
this week.
name? What's his name? Say you about to lose your job.
Right.
What's
You,
the producer's name?
I forgot the name of the lady.
Uh, no, but what's the producer over there at the View? What's his name?
Brian Teta,
Brian, you
something like that.
lose your job, Brian. You about to lose
Right.
your job.
And if he don't lose his job, we know what this is about. We know what this is about.
The fix is in.
The fix is in. There is no explanation. This is incompetence at the highest levels. Child, you come on now. This is top notch high level incompetence. This is Trump administration level incompetence. Okay.
You should have seen what I had to do at my job when the VMAs happened. I was ready to fucking leave because it was just a lot. All these emails coming out, they're not going to be.
Did you? Oh wait, yes. Tell us about your VMA experience. Did you see my
No,
boo?
I probably can't. I can't. I ain't
Oh
gonna.
yeah, I forgot. He has to sign NDAs.
But let me just say, it was
Kyle
a lot.
the
It was a
VMAs.
lot,
Kyle worked the venues
and
for
I
the
was
VMAs.
nowhere near motherfuckers.
Oh, because wait, hold on. Ty normally works where you see the big people at. Ty is normally in the area where you can see the big people. But his bosses said, "Now we're not gonna let your black ass fuck this up for us. You better go up there with the common folk this time. You go be down here with the regular meat with the rich folk. So
No,
you
no,
ain't
I'm glad I didn't. And I think I got there a little late purposely so that I wasn't in, in no area like that. But cause fuck,
like you ain't got to tell a child we need you to keep a
yeah.
job. We don't need you to lose your job.
No, no,
But
no, no. But yeah, I didn't want to see it. But I did peek in on Lil Nas. And but yeah, it was a lot that day. It was a lot that day. I mean, I spent at least 2 hours trying to get tested and then get in the building. And half of my fucking co-workers is like, why you go over there? Like, we ain't go over there. Like, what? So it was a whole big, it was a lot.
mm.
But
Well, and that's what I'm saying. And you would think that there would be higher level of thinking for the freaking vice president on a multi-million-dollar show like The View. Like, make this shit make sense. Fire him today. Fire these. Why does he have a job to even make this apology? He should have been making this apology from his own personal Twitter account.
wait, he came.
You should have been doing that from your own personal Twitter account.
And you said after the ladies came onto the stage, where he stand on the side by the cameras like the Bill Getty used to do,
I don't know. I don't know where his position
or
is on
did he
stage
come
or
over the
whatever.
speaker like the voice of God and say,
I don't. That I can't tell you. I don't know. I don't watch The View, so I've only, every now and again I might catch an episode if somebody say, "Yeah, you need to go look at this." I don't watch it. I don't know,
I
honey.
did nothing back in the day, probably about a couple of years ago. If I did nothing throughout the day, I damn sure watched The View. I was on it like
I never really got into it like that. So, um,
I'm trying to preserve these braids a few more days. So I'm
yeah.
doing the cute scratch. But they
Speaking of which, we on our last news story. Did you see the little video I sent you of Nick Cannon's new song for his theme song for
no,
his show?
I told you I don't answer your emails.
So y'all, Nick Cannon, you know his show, the Nick Cannon show is coming out. And
Is it a daytime talk show?
yeah, it's gonna be like a daytime talk show or whatever. So he has a theme song already. It looked like he have the whole Cannon clan out there where it's a bunch of little kids. You know, he have a whole gospel choir with all his kids or whatever. You know, he got a whole gospel choir out here with his kids. But I mean, to me, I listened to this little theme song called Hey Nikki for his new talk show. And
Hey
it's
Nikki.
too long for me. Like it's almost like a minute long, like a theme song for like a talk show should be maybe 15 seconds or whatever.
But that's what they use. Like, but most songs, I can't even
Do you
talk.
want to hear the song? I'm not gonna play the video
No, go
on
ahead.
my.
Yeah, I want to hear it.
I'm not gonna play it because it's on YouTube. But I'm not gonna play the video, but I'll play the audio because
You
it is
paid
on.
your internet because
Huh?
I don't want it to be lagging.
What's that? All right. No more stress, no more sad songs. Count your blessings, even when you're feeling low. You got to turn around and turn on your favorite show. 'Cause we about to turn up. Everybody go. Where are my ladies? Where are my players? Friends and family smiling every day, and everybody say, where are my ladies? Ladies, do you feel me? Friends and family smiling every day, and everybody say, okay, so that
Yeah.
was a whole.
Hey
It was
Nick.
long, but my thing about it is this.
I bet he got
If
some
you look
Jewish
at the
kids in the
visual,
choir.
it is giving Nickelodeon. It's too long, first of all.
I bet he got some
Like you
Jewish
had enough
kids.
time to fit in a whole verse with the choruses. Now during the video, you see images of his cheering, all 739 of them. And then there's this part you might want to go and look at this part time. In the middle of because they show little snippets of the crowd, and so forth and so on. And next thing you know, there's this image of him like on a billboard, and he got on like this sweatsuit and a white t-shirt,
Oh,
and then he lifted up his white t-shirt to show us his six-pack. So y'all know he still got it going on. I was here for it. I was here for that part. And then it's just whatever. I'm just saying. Just saying.
hey Nick. Hey Nick.
Y'all can go look for it.
Didn't he survive like two major scandals recently?
Yeah.
What was the first one? I know one had to do with some
They
anti.
said that he was being anti-Semitic with one of them at one point. Um
That's crazy.
the other one was just him involving the many, cheering that he has fathered with skanks across the fruited plain. Hey Frida,
Hey Frida. You said Frida?
prayed up.
Oh, prayed up. I was gonna say Frida. Is that her real name? Like who naming their kids Frida?
Child, I would love it if Big Frida came on. Hey girl, hey Frida, if you watching.
You
I'm the
already
shit.
know.
We love us Big Freddie. You giving Shaka Khan realness over there? Do the little Shaka Khan two steps like she do on I'm Every Woman. Do you love what you feel? Mm, 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 mm. Cause I love you today. Do you love what you feel? Come on, give me Shaka Khan realness.
I might do a Shaka song. I never did a Shaka
Hey,
song.
what is show?
This here is very Shaka. What up, Quinn? This the wig I made.
So so that was that story. Our last story is hold on.
I'm having a moment.
Hold on, let me make sure. I'll be right back, Ty.
What you got, Doodle? I think. Oh, don't give me the fucking stage. Do you like what you see? Let me move up, cause, child, I ain't got on no pants.
All right, I'm back.
You got a
Okay.
fart?
What?
Did you have to fart?
No, I looked like I was getting pixelated again. I wanted to try to, fix whatever that was. Anyway, so I do want to see the Nick Cannon show. I do think he makes for a great host. And I do think that he probably can get some good celebs on there. People kind of see it for Nick.
Yeah.
Um, but he can keep that theme song. I
No,
mean,
his
at this
show
point, he
is
can
the
take
shit.
over for Wendy Williams' time slot because she ain't doing nothing. Didn't Steve Harvey get canceled as well?
I swear, ever since I went to the View one day, and Steve was a guest. If I can't give you the full story, I shouldn't say anything. But let me just say, he said something that really turned me off. I was just
Mm.
like, he said something alluding to the fact that gay men weren't real men, and I was
You
like,
know, Steve Harvey gives you your uncle that sits drinking, Coke 45s and smoking on cool 100s out the side of his lip and
it's
talk
still
with
calling
a
people
cigarette
sissies.
that never falls. He talk, eat, spit, and do and drink the liquor and keep the cigarette right there, but it never falls. It
Mm-hmm.
just says inappropriate shit about everything and
He
everybody
never like.
that right, and and says shit that takes us back 150 years. And you be like, really? Like you really just said that out your mouth. Everybody got that kind of. I'm just saying. So, so did it premiere today, Miss Trisha? Did his show premiere today, or has it already been out? Like I don't know when it came out, or I don't know if today was supposed to be the show premiere or whatever.
Hey Nick, hey Nick. Now I'm be singing that.
Anyway, so our last topic, sir, is nasty. Just real nasty.
Up your alley.
No, this one is not up my alley. It's the wrong kind of nasty.
Mm. Let the people be the judge.
Michael Jordan's worn underwear sells for
This
$3,000.
is up your alley. Well, I don't even know why you fronting.
No, that's not worn underwear.
You
Not from Michael Jordan, because I never saw it for him
child,
like that.
child.
Not from Michael Jordan.
Okay, so from who? From whom would you
Don't
purchase?
worry about all that. You worried about the wrong thing. Ain't him, Lord. Anyway, so
From who would you purchase their soiled goods?
a Lucky Jordan fan just bought a one of a kind pair of boxers at Leland's auction Saturday night, with the final bid coming in at $2,784.
Why was
These
Leland
boxes have
holding
been
on to them?
confirmed. These boxers have been confirmed to have been worn by Michael Jeffrey Jordan.
And once you get them, unless they're in a framed situation, once you get them in hand, like I think natural instincts are gonna kick in, and you're gonna sniff that shit.
The boxers are gray and black. Um, and they said that there's quote um, evidence of definite use. What kind of evidence of
It's a
definite
fucking
use?
streak. It's a streak.
Y'all,
It's a streak somewhere. It's either a streak of yellow or a streak of brown.
how long ago were these? When were they worn? How long? Like,
Did
what
he
do you
just
like?
take them
You
off and throw them
said,
at somebody, or did somebody really walk up to him and be like, "Hey, can I have your drawers?" Or did they like fish him out of the garbage? Like, I want to know the story behind this. These traveling
listen.
panty.
Apparently, there's a market for everything. Okay.
Mm. Like I said, this is up your alley. That's why you added it
No,
to.
this is not up my alley.
That's why you added it to the docket.
Speaking of streets, there's nothing up this good alley.
Exactly.
Whose underwear would you buy, Ty? I'm just asking. If
Assuming
you
I
had
had,
the money, if you
yeah,
had money,
I was gonna
let's
say
say
if
you
I
were a
had coins
billionaire.
just to throw away like that,
Yeah, if you were a billionaire, just a three comma club member, and you could just buy. Whose underwear would you buy?
probably Michael B. Jordan. Um, I don't know. Did you see the second the second movie? What's that? Was it Suicide Squad? The second Suicide Squad?
Mm-mm. Didn't that just recently come out or something like that?
About a month ago or so. John Cena was in it. And if anybody's seen it, they know what I'm talking about. There was this scene where they were in the woods, or they had just stormed this island and they were like camped out in the jungle, and so they had decided to sleep until I guess dawn or whatever, get some rest. And then something happened to wake them up, and so they assembled in this little circle, and Idris Elba is talking, and he go to look to the side, and John Cena is standing there in his underwear, some tidy whities, and they just look so good on him.
I really thought that this was going somewhere, and I was waiting for it to get there, waiting for you to land this plane, and it is
I
not.
say all that to say John Cena is another one because he just looks so good and stacked in those underwear, and so
I'm trying to think, because with these things, your taste shifts, and on any given year, I might, if I just had the money to be buying underwear, I might buy a different person's underwear. If I were into that thing, buying underwear. Um, That's a hard question right now. I don't know. I don't know. I wouldn't mind purchasing Jonathan Majors' underwear, who played Tick on Lovecraft Country. because there's a lot going on down there, and there probably will be visual evidence of definite use. Um, you know who I've always secretly had a crush on, and
I
that
could live without the evidence of use. Just tell me it was worn by.
you know who I have had a crush on for a long time, but people don't really see it for him. I've had a big crush on Wiz Khalifa for a long time, and people just don't see it for him. And I've had a
Look,
big crush.
I have a thing. I have this weird thing, but Fatty Wap and that
I
missing
can't
eye.
stand Fetty Wap. I can have him.
That,
We ain't gonna fight over him.
it's
We are not
that
going.
missing eye for me. It's that missing eye for me that just
It's
says
the eye for you. Ill.
danger, mystery. Like, ugh. It's this
You
boy
not
that
fighting over him. You can have him.
it's this guy that lives around the corner every time I go to the store. Well, some most of the time when I go to the store, he's out there and he got a full on fatty wop situation going on. And I just like in my head we in a relationship. He just don't know it yet. But yeah, I envision how it's gonna go down, how it's gonna happen. Like
You're nasty.
it's just something
Almost say I don't see.
it's just something about that.
Don't do that, Volvo. Because if you remember, me really be everywhere on a live after a whole situation with Wiley. And the whole live, we
Not
had
I
nothing but
see.
comments with the word I in it. EYE as opposed to just the letter I. Please. Oh God. Ah. Mm, mm. I'm not a fan of the I.
Not glaucoma. Yes, I'm attracted to glaucoma.
Right.
It really gets me. Step to me with your cataracts and ooh. Oh, it's, and remember Sticky Fingers from Onyx? Like
hmm
that situation. Like,
hmm
ooh,
That was nasty too.
it just says crazy thug. Like, uh, might slap me and make me sleep in the closet.
We know that you're into that whole, Dom sub BDSM abuse type stuff. You can
No, I'm
have.
not. No, I'm not. Cause I wish a motherfucker would. I ain't playing that shit.
You mean you wish they would again?
Well, no, I say that a lot, but and then I stopped saying that because I don't want to wield that shit to me. But please, I never had a fight with any dude I fucked with.
Me
Never,
neither.
never,
I've never
never.
had a fight with an ex.
Huh?
I've never had a fight with an ex.
I've never had a fight with nobody I've dealt with.
Yeah,
Shit,
me neither. Not nobody I've ever
that,
known, ever.
that fight I had, I believe I was in junior high school.
So yeah, we just not. We'll be fighting. Please tell them we'll be fighting like that. Show that kind of time. When you girls start fighting in the club, we
I
move
hope
to the
I
side.
still got it. I'm.
We move to the side and have another drink. Anyway, but yeah, they paid $3,000. I wouldn't pay for $3,000 for Michael Jordan's anything.
And it's so funny, like when you are declared the greatest at one point, and then someone come along, say a generation later, and do better than you. Are you then not the great? Well, I guess it's forever. It's a ever
Oh, I forgot to
evaluate.
tell you, over the weekend, Trina and Trick's show got canceled, their radio program. Yeah, they're on 99 Jams in Miami. Uh, excuse me, 99 Jams that had a problem keeping hosts for maybe about 10 years now. Um, Because I remember they used to have Big Lil Bandit on there. And he was pretty good, but
Who in
after
the
that,
audience is from Miami?
huh?
Who in the audience from Miami? Or who in the audience that's watching right now?
I
Listen
don't know.
to
But yeah, I saw that this weekend. That they show had done got canceled, and I meant to talk about that. Should have been a topic because I meant to talk about that. I think I found out like right after I got off from doing Silly Saturday that they had got canceled. hmm It
Hmm.
may, I mean, conveniently right in the middle of this what fourth season of Love and Hip Hop Miami, but I guess I don't really see it for them as host of a radio show anyway, because that's not their judge, and I think they were being forced on the listening public just because of who they are. Stick to what y'all do, which is rapping. I don't see it for and Trick. You can stick to cooking. Trina, you can stick to having stank faces and showing up late to your performances. And but
You said
host
that
radio
faces.
shows is not y'all judge.
You can't see her giving the weather
It
report in
probably
the
was the
morning.
Beehive Bobo. It probably was the Beehive. That
You
makes sense.
you can't see her doing the weather report in the morning over the
No, ma'am.
radio.
No, ma'am.
Wait, why the Beehive? What they got against Trina?
No, but they got some against Trick when Trick talked about Beyonce skank.
Oh shit. Who is the fucking Beehive? Bunch of
You know I don't see it for the Beehive or Beyonce, so you preach it to the choir. You don't. You know I don't like neither one of them whores.
I give her props, but yeah,
You say her brows.
her props.
Oh, I mean I respect her as an entertainer. I think she's a great entertainer. I'd never
Right,
take it from her.
right.
Respect the hell out of her for what she does. She is phenomenal at what she does, but I ain't into her like that, Sean.
I'm about to deify this bitch as a god.
Right. Like she's a demigod.
Right.
Because they do. They act like she's a demigod or whatever. And
Seriously.
I'll be like, child, girl, girl, yeah, child. I think that's all our stories for today.
I hope so, because I got a doodle.
You got to do what?
Doodle. Abby! The Illuminati and then the Beehive.
Oh,
In that order. In that order.
sure.
In that order.
Anyway, you got anything you want to say to the people before we get out off here?
Hey, peoples. I want to thank you for letting me love on you, for loving me, for being forever vocal present and active. I was trying to give you a sign out.
I guess we owe it to the people to do the song. Do you have on underwear, sir? Since we were talking about underwear, do you have on bottoms?
Hold on, wait.
Oh dear God. Oh dear God. I told y'all he never have on nothing underneath. Y'all think I be lying. He never have on anything underneath. Ever. Every time we've ever been on here
Okay, I'm
together,
ready.
he's never had on anything underneath. Dear God.
But this
Y'all
is all they see is so why? Like I'm home. Right. How many of them are fully dressed? Mm.
that's the
Abby
worst.
done did her makeup and her panties.
It's such a good. feeling to know you're alive. It's such a happy feeling to grow inside. And when you wake up, ready to say, it's time to make snappy new day. It's such a good feeling, a very good feeling. The feeling you know that I'll be back when the day is new and I'll have more ideas for you. And you have things you'd like to talk about. I will too. I'm not doing this.
Yes. Yes. You better record that shit for somebody steal it.
I mean, technically, we stole it from Mr. Rogers. So.
Not that version. Not that version with a sickening
You're right.
diva.
You're
With a
right.
with a
Somebody gonna
sickening
end up,
diva.
you're right. Somebody gonna end up stealing it. Anyway, shout outs in the chat before we leave. As I always say, I love y'all. I love on y'all. Thank you all for being vocal, present, and active. Thank you for doing what you do. Thank you for any and all contributions that you make to the channel. It is very much obliged and very much appreciated. Um, until next time, I got some reviews that should be up. I'm going to try and get episode 2 of Blood and Water out maybe tonight if I'm not too busy. I got a lot going on tonight. Oh, if you are on Instagram in about 35 minutes, I'm supposed to be going live on Instagram to do a podcast with someone, with some people. So catch me over on there. If you're not following me, go follow my Instagram if you want to see, catch that podcast taping over there.
Gang, 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 gang.
Catch Ty on Bigo. He is His name is spelled the same on Bigo. Your boy Ty. He's a vampire though. You got to be up like 2, 3 in the morning to catch him. Man, so
My
if
name
you
on there right now is Shanita Dixon.
say that again.
My name over there right now is Shanita Dixon. She need a dick, son. That's my drag name. I changed it from Tatanisha. It's now Shanita Dixon. Just.
Y'all see what I got to deal with? Do y'all see what I got to deal with over here? Do y'all understand what I have to deal with? That gives me very Sylvester. You make me feel my real. You make me feel
Gotta
my
get
real.
the fringe up in
That
this
gives
bitch. Make me feel mighty
my
real, mighty real. You make me feel mighty real.
wow. Just a mess. We about to get off here, y'all, and go backstage so that he can take back off his bottoms, Lord.
Not in front of you, you lesbian.
I don't want to see you. I already seen what's going on over there. And I don't want no parts of that cavernous cave over there. Anyway, y'all,
See
we get up out
this.
of here. Till